Stay. Okay, hello. Today we're going to Ross on Wye because Gran showed us epic photos of baby dad running around Goodrich Castle. So we're going to ride up north to the Brecon Beacons and across the Heads of Valleys Road, and then we're going to see what this castle's all about and hopefully have lunch in town. And around me is cameraman.
Hello!
And we're taking Christmas Ted. We're going to go and see this castle for dad.
Hey baby, I'm Christmas Ted.
So, Christmas Ted is a cheeky little bugger. We often find him around the house doing lots of interesting activities, but he comes with us on a lot of our adventures. He came to North Wales with Dad and I. It's definitely a bit of an in-joke, but he came up Snowdon and Cnicht and Mulwynmawr. He's a proper explorer, but you don't want to get on his bad side. This time we turned off at Abergavenny, where there was a Vespa convention going on, so we kind of rocked up at their show. And from there we went along Ross Road, so it was definitely in the twisties, but it took us past the turn off for Grosmont, it took us through Llanfeddrine, which was super nice, and we went past Skenford as well.
As we were going through this little village place, this tiny dog ran across the road, enhanced the video. Boom. And I was like, oh my god, pull over. So we pulled over and James looks out at this field, and as with every field, he goes, is that corn? But this other person had pulled over and the dog had kind of went up to them. I think it was a bit scared of us because we were wearing bike helmets, but it was the stupidest dog I've ever met. It was just running into oncoming traffic. You can see my frustration. But then this bloke wandered down the road and the dog ran towards it and they were reunited.
This is us going over the bridge at Skenford. So we saw the castle and all the locals were swimming. It was gorgeous. We definitely want to go back. Ross on Wye was a super cute little market town. They had a little market town building, but that was open. They had like art installations at the top and you could sit in there. It was really lush.
We had lunch at Truffles Cafe. I had this latte which had chocolate on it for some reason, and James had a mocha. This is a long term. My Caesar salad had anchovies in it, which is something I've seen happening at increasing rates, and it's really pissing me off. James ate one. He's never had one.
I've had an anchovy before.
He thought it was very salty.
No, you should do one now.
This fat man. Konnichiwa. Shut up. And then we went into the Truffles Deli.
In the cellar.
It was a cellar and it was full of cider. There's a pigeon hopping around on the castle walls.
So we're just heading up to back to the bike. This is apparently the old Gothic walls. It's like a folly that they built for the town. But Ross on Wye was really nice. So now we're off to Goodrich Castle to see where Gran took those photos of baby dad running around on the grass. But it looks like it's going to be a cool castle.
Put your stuff back on. Take it off, put it on. So as you can see, we learned to do that really, really fucking quickly. And here we're going, goodbye, Ross on Wye, goodbye.
Goodbye!
There's a nice tree tunnel. That's always cracking to be in a hole of some kind.
And we crossed the Wye as well, which was really sweet. Now this is us showing up. We thought we were going to get a good view of the castle, but there was kind of a big car park. It wasn't full, thankfully. I don't know what day we went on. I think it was a Saturday.
James has to take his trousers off, and he literally strips to his pants in the car park. I didn't get that, but he's putting his shorts on. Here is Christmas Ted wearing a pig helmet.
So, Goodrich is a great example of an early-ish Norman castle, built in the mid-12th century. But unlike most of the Welsh and Cornish castles we visit, its interesting history starts with the English Civil War, which is a lot later, not with the Welsh princes and rebellions against the Normans. It had 2 portcullises, 2 wooden doors, and lots of murder holes. Well, it had 2 murder holes either side, and it had the platform above that they could shoot down from. And it had its drawbridge, the murder holes where they shoot like arrows, or crossbow bolts, or in the siege it would have been muskets.
One thing that's really interesting about this castle is there actually would have been a ceiling and a floor at some point in time. This was actually to protect people's heads if it rained.
The big handles for turning and winching the portcullis up from the floor where the metal grate is were in these two recesses. So there would have been a big wooden pole through here and kind of like, you know, like a steering wheel on a big ship, like a sailing ship for turning, and then it would winch. The portcullis would come up through the hole in the floor here. I think this must be for, yeah, this is for shooting attackers. This is the last murder hole. Very open murder hole. From up here, down onto where the drawbridge would have been. Looks like there was one on the other side as well. Yeah, cool, eh? Nice view. Look at this house lines. Better focus.
What do you think it is that makes the castle good?
I would say the ability to host many beautiful women and dispense enormous quantities of death.
Here we are looking down at where Dad had been running around as a little baby. The poo tower. I wouldn't like to be a little boy that had to clean it. Well, it says that a little boy is small enough to fit inside and to clean it when needed. Look, it says on the thing. I'm told there's someone like incredibly naughty, incredibly dangerous, and most of all, incredibly cheeky still held in these dungeons. Behold. Dun, dun, dun. Another bit of history here which is super interesting. In the chapel, they've got a stained glass window to commemorate the crew of a Halifax radar research squadron that unfortunately went down nearby. This is the Roaring Meg, a mortar cast nearby for the siege at Goodrich, the largest of the Civil War, and it successfully slighted the Ladies' Tower here. It was later used at Raglan Castle, which is another fantastic castle. It's a ruined Ladies' Tower. Well, we did it. We came to Goodrich Castle, which we wanted to see, because Dad came here when he was a babby. And we tried making a video with the motorbikes, which Dad wanted us to do. It wasn't very history orientated this time, because I don't know very much about Goodrich Castle, being that it's in England. Anyway.
Man on a boat that looks like a banana.
Yes, it is. He's kayaking down on the Wye. Can you see the banana man?
He's really small.
Very small. It's a good castle.
It was good. Was it rich?
It was.
In a sense.
Shall we?